Mount Tianyu marks the beginning of the southern classic of the third mountain. And this mountain is rich in water at its base and abundant in gold and jade on its peaks. However, its slopes are so steep, like they've been carved by a knife, that even monkeys find them difficult to climb, earning it the title of the Pathless Mountain. Peculiarity despite its danger. The mountain holds a secret in its water pools. The deep pool at its foot is filled with countless smooth pebbles. Ancient legends say that to find a mountain path, one must close their eyes by the pool, silently recite mountain spirit. Lend me a path, and then toss 3 round stones into the water. As ripples spread, a single-person stone staircase will appear on the cliff face. Each step is engraved with ancient cloud patterns, seemingly a divine approval for passage, foreshadowing of the mountain god. While the form of the mountain god isn't explicitly stated here, Mount Tianyu, as the first mountain of the southern classic of the third mountain, already hints at the common characteristic of mountain gods, mentioned later a dragon body with a human face, perhaps a pair of eyes, overseeing all beings. Gazes down from the cloud-shrouded peak, watching every creature that respects nature. Traveling 500 dalai east from Mount Tianyu brings you to Mount Daguo, and another 500 dalai eastward leads to Mount Jugo. These 2 sections of the journey hide both dangers and blessings of water and gold. Mount Daguo, the death stream of the tiger Jiao, the mountain stream, named Daguo River, harbors a fierce beast called the tiger. Jiao, it has the body of a fish but the tail of a snake, and its cry resembles that of a baby. It looks like a fish with a snake's tail and sounds like an infant crying, yet it actively attacks passersby. Legend has it that a merchant caravan once heard a child's cry from the stream. When they carelessly approached, they were dragged into the water by the tiger, Jiao. Only sachets of mugwort carried on their person could repel it. See an early indication of ancient wisdom in using sense to discern danger. However, this mountain isn't entirely dangerous. It's rich in gold and jade on its upper slopes, and abundant in rhinos and dase, a giant beast similar to a rhino at its base. Gold ore and jade are hidden within the rock layers. While rhino herds inhabit the foot of the mountain, ancient people would carefully collect the minerals and fashion rhino horns into talismans to ward off evil. Mount Jugo, a wealth hidden in flora. Mount Jugo is rich in jade on its upper slopes and gold at its base. The mountain is covered in lush green vegetation. But if you push aside the vines, you can see shimmering gold dust and warm jade embedded in the rock crevices. The gold here isn't modern gold, but a lustrous metallic ore, which ancient people used to forge agricultural tools and weapons. The jade is mostly quartz jade, translucent in quality, and often ground into daubid discs for sacrificing to mountain gods. Notably, at the foot of Mount Jugo, there's a stream called Nanshan River. Its water is clear and sweet, and travelers would fill gourds to quench their thirst. Legend has it that drinking this water makes one less susceptible to insect bites. When traversing the mountain, perhaps a small favor from the mountain god to those who seek its treasures. Another 500 dalai east from Mount Jugo brings you to Mount Dangsu, the spiritual heart of the southern classic of the third mountain. This is the habitat of the divine bird, the phoenix, and arguably the most symbolic scene in the entire classic of mountains and sea's mountain appearance. A kingdom of flowing gold and cloud mist, Mount Dangsu is rich in gold and jade. When sunlight strikes it, the myriad minerals across the mountain reflect tiny golden specks, making it appear as if shrouded in a golden veil from afar. Within the mountain are natural caves, from whose entrances vibrant clouds of mist perpetually rise. In the morning, the clouds are crimson. At noon, they turn golden yellow, and by dusk, they become indigo, as if it were a color melting pot of heaven and earth. The phoenix, a divine bird with 5 virtues, Deep within the caves resides the phoenix. Its shape is like a chicken with 5 colored patterns. Named Unging, seemingly like an ordinary wild fowl, yet adorned with 5 colored feathers: green, yellow, red, white, and black. Each feather naturally patterned. Its call is like the striking of chimes. When it sings and dances by itself, the surrounding flowers and plants sway in response, and hundreds of birds flock to circle around it. Ancient people believed that the appearance of a phoenix signified an era of great peace and prosperity. Each flap of its wings carried a resonance with virtuous ones on earth. Later legends of the phoenix rising from the ashes might originate from this divine mountain, immersed in golden light and cloud mist. Regardless of the steepness of Mount Tianyu, the auspiciousness of Mount Dangsu, or the blessings and misfortunes of Mount Ji, the mountain gods of the southern classic of the third mountain consistently remain invisible guardians. They are all dragon, bodied with human faces. The dragon body symbolizes their control over mountains and waters, and while the human face retains their watchful gaze over the human world. Details of the sacrifice rituals: ancient people would stack stones to build mountain god altars on the summit or in front of caves on each mountain. On the altar, a stone tablet inscribed with dragon scales and a human face would be erected. During sacrifices, a pure white dog would be brought, and its pure blood used to smear the eyes and dragon body patterns on the stone tablet, signifying an invitation for the mountain god to open its eyes and observe the world. Bamboo baskets filled with newly harvested rice would be placed in front of the stone altar. The chief sacrificer would kneel and kowtow, silently reciting, "Oh, mountain spirit above, bless us with abundant harvests and the safety of our livestock." In times of drought or beast attacks, additional jade offerings would be made. As we follow the route of the Da Southern Classic of the Third Mountain, from the steep Mount Tianyu to the intertwined fortune and misfortune of Mount Ji, a map of the ancient Southeast wilderness, drawn by our ancestors with imagination and experience, seems to unfold before our eyes. Here, there are divine birds that can discern fortune and misfortune, mountain gods who guard resources, and strange snakes and wild beasts that require careful handling. Every mountain, every creature, is a symbol of our ancestors' dialogue with nature. They recorded dangers through stories, imbued auspiciousness with their hopes, and maintained reverence for heaven and earth through sacrificial rituals. If you were standing at the entrance of the Dangsu Cave on Mount Dangsu right now, watching the swirling 5 colored clouds, perhaps you could hear the clear call of the phoenix echoing in the mountain winds from 1,000 years ago, a call from ancient times, and a gentle echo of the mutual gaze between humanity and nature. Which mythical beast or mountain from the southern classic of the third mountain are you most interested in? We can continue to explore the imaginative ideas and speculations behind it.